imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime.
Hey everybody, it's, guess what, NikoTheLegend here, and also today is a very special day. You know why? Because we're doing our, well, it's gonna be our first top 10 list. And guess what it's on? Strategy guys, it's not even a top 10 list. What's wrong with me? It's top 5. Sorry, top 10 was just too hard. This is too many books to carry. That's heavy stuff. I can do some squats with it, okay? So yeah, top 5 strategy guides. What were my favorite strategy guides? Well, first of all, let me do a little introduction. Who does a top? I haven't seen anybody do a top 5, top 10 strategy guides list for on YouTube or anything. At least Watch Mojo hasn't done it, or whoever. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna be the first to do it in my own eyes and brain. Okay, so let's start the list. What's my top 5 favorite?
Number 5.
Okay, so number 5 is something. This was kind of a hard one because, well, to be honest, it just was. Because how do you pick a favorite? How do you pick like your top 5 favorite strategies? Like, how do you do that? Well, it's this one. If you guys can't see it, well, there's gonna be a picture up at all times, so that's okay. The Phantom Pain Metal Gear Solid 5 by Hideo Kojima. So the reason why I picked this strategy guide was because, well, this game had a lot of, let's just say, a lot of resources going into it, a lot of creativity, and a lot of heart and soul and sweat, blood and sweat by Hideo Kojima. And I feel like I owe it to the guy because he spent so much time on Metal Gear Solid 5, and he dealt with so many complications from Konami, and he's doing his own thing, making his own game, and he's in his own studio on a smaller scale. And I owe it to the guy because all of his ported versions of the game are all 60 frames per second. I owe him to show that his game, his strategy guide, which was made by Piggyback.com. But by the way, Piggyback is I think the only strategy guide company that really goes into deep emphasis on what they talk about. Now I know all strategy guides do that, but Piggyback does it just perfect. The thing is, it makes it feel like you're really connected to the game and to the book because they show forewords, they show things that the developers say. I know a lot of strategy guides do that, but I just felt like this strategy guide gave me exactly everything I needed. The detail, some thoughts about Hideo Kojima, just everything. And that's why it was on number 5 on my list. I know there's so many strategies, but I'm only going by the ones I have in my books. So number 5 would be Metal Gear Solid 5. If you guys haven't played it yet and gotten this book, you should definitely get this book because it's great, and the game is just as great too. Now, am I really explaining why this is a good strategy guide?
Number 4.
This isn't the right strategy guide. Alright, number 4, whew, what was that? Is Fable Anniversary for the Xbox 360 and PC. And you guys know a lot about Fable, you know a lot about Pierre Molyneux and Lionhead and what they really bring to the table. Hear me out on this one. Okay, Fable Anniversary was a pretty cool concept, and I thought it was pretty awesome that they would bring that back because everybody loved Fable. Not the original, but the Lost Chapters. It was kind of a pricey strategy guide. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to strategy guides. I only get like the cheap kind, like below $20. But this one was worth it because, as you can tell in the picture, it looks like a fairy tale book. When you play the game, in the beginning scene, it shows this book basically, and you open it up, and then you go into your game. And I feel like that's what you do when you're looking at the strategy. You're going into a fairy tale book, and it shows you like I said, the strategy guide shows you everything you need to do. Now, also what I like about it is that it gives you the different choices that you make and the good and bad, because there's alignment in it. Who doesn't like gold embroidered pages? Is this embroidered? I don't know, folks. That's why I picked it because, first of all, it's hardcover. Hardcover, folks.
Lucy, I'm home! Ah, 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 ah.
felt like it was a complete package, and it really touched my fantasy mind, because I love fantasy, and this book really brought that to the table. Like, it almost feels like a Zelda strategy guide, you know, because with the gold outline page. If you get the collector's edition, if it's the hardcover. So, yep, that's number 4. That's why I like it, because fairy tales are real.
Number 3.
We're at number 3, and I thought this would be number 1 for me, but it's not. It's this one, yes, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, Collector's Edition HD. I said that wrong. You don't know what's inside it, do you? Because it looks like an actual tomb or a book. And hardcover, like I said, you can't beat that. This is embroidered, and like I said, gold pages. That's what I like with these Zelda books too. Don't flag me for this, people, but it is one of my favorite Zelda games for my own reasons, because I just liked it. Okay, I didn't mind the wolf part. I don't know, you guys were just, maybe I'm into bestiality. No, okay, fine. I felt like it was a good idea to get this book because I had Twilight Princess for the GameCube, for the Wii, and for the Wii U, and I had the strategy guide for the Wii version, but this is the best version because hardcover, it's the HD version, gold pages, gives you everything you need to know. It's not that different from the other strategy guides, but it does have all the bonus stuff that the Wii U version offers. And plus, just like they do that. They've been doing that for a while with Zelda. The collector's edition is always hardcover, and they have like giant box sets to where you can get all the hard versions. I love Zelda. It should have been number 1, but hey, you know what? I don't have the Triforce, the courage, power, or wisdom. I mean,
Number 2.
alright guys, this is going to be an even better one. Even better. Number 2 is great, but you like my new outfit? Yeah, I had to change for this. I don't know why. I'm doing alright. Number 2 is Mass Effect 3 guide. Okay, so let's talk about Mass Effect. Favorite space game. Yeah, that's me talking about it. My favorite space game. Space franchise. Best everything. Just like BioWare knows what they're doing. Okay, they know what they're doing. So I had to pick this guide. Now, there's Mass Effect 1 and 2, but I decided to go with the Big Bang because this strategy guide is big. See? Big. And what I like about it? Well, out of the other 2 strategy guides, Mass Effect 1 and 2, this one goes in the most in-depth into like character analysis and strategies on multiplayer. This is the only one that has multiplayer, but so that's another thing is. I go by the size too of strategy guides, and that's why I also like this one a lot. The illustrations and the guide, directions, I mean, it's a book, so I was able to follow it really well, and that's like why it's number 2, because I love Mass Effect so much, and I had to pick one. It'd be this one because, like I said, it's so great. It's kind of hard to talk about, like, why a guide is your favorite guide, because you're like, oh, they have pictures and stuff. But just the way, by the way it's designed and everything. I'm going by, also by how much I really appreciate the game, too, how much I like it, It's like, oh, well, in that case, I should have just made Zelda number 1. No, Zelda's not number 1 for me. Sorry, Mass Effect. So yeah, that's number 2 is Mass Effect 3 strategy. Yeah, you guys all I'll say this every point if I haven't. I don't remember. Because I'm the stunt double for this. Let's move on.
Number 1.
Alright, so we are on our favorite final strategy guide for me, not for you. You guys have your own. I don't even know if you guys even have favorite strategy guides, because who makes a silly list like this? And a top 5? Do top 5s even get any views? Number 1 is Skyrim. Yes. You guys knew that was coming. I love Skyrim. I mean, it's on my fucking channel. My freaking channel. This alone is number 1 because you want... Here, just listen. First see it. Size, diameter, width, length. Now just listen. I'm alright. You guys heard that? There's someone else in the house. Huge. So much information, and it's the Legendary Edition, so it's got all the expansions, and it's been revised to tell better detail just on about every detail there is in the game. And it's very easy to look through it, because in the beginning there's a table of contents, right? So that obviously helps you navigate, and then there's a quest list on all the quests that are in the game, even for the DLC and just everything. So you don't necessarily have to follow page by page what's going on. You don't have to like, oh man, I can't find where this quest is because this book's so fucking big, because it's over 1,000 pages, may I add. No, you just look for the quest and you just, bam, you just go to it. Because you guys know Skyrim is a game that's not meant to be followed on the main path to the main quest and finish the game. It's however you want to play it, and this book basically lets you do that same thing, and that's why I like it, because this book is, it has an end, but it's pretty non-linear. So that's why I picked this book as my number 1. You guys know what my top 5 strategy guides are. I mean, there were some other contenders, some honorable mentions, I guess. I guess I'll do that. 1 second. Let me look real quick for honorable mention list. All right, there were none. There were none. Sorry about that. But maybe I'll do a list for top 5 least favorite strategy guides. Maybe I didn't explain it enough. So my top 5 for strategy guides, I go by in-depth analysis of the game, how big the book is, how it's designed, and going also by how much I really appreciate the game itself. And, if it really helped me, well, that's how I do it. So, yep, that was my top 5. So, thanks a lot, guys. We'll do, like I said, another top 5 list of least favorite strategy guides, or I'll just do whatever the hell I want and not just hype things up and not do it, because people like doing that. Thanks for watching. Oh, you want to get, oh, what? I thought I heard you say, oh, yeah. I remember what you said. You want to see this again? Okay, so let's get an in-depth look at this. Okay, it might be a little blurry, I'm sorry. There's no one behind the camera. It's just on a prompt. It's prompted up. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, let's be a little sensual about this and let the pages hit me. Oh, it actually hurt. Alright, guys. Fucking subscribe.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.